Introducing first.
Once you guys get all of your favorite JCW swag from Psychopathic Vault and look like your favorite JCW stars, but, well, a trio from more so the outside looking in.
They are
Making their way out now.
Oh yeah, it is way less commercials. Yeah.
Champions, the Big LG, Gallows, and the Machine Gun, KARL Anderson, the world famous, the Gun Brothers.
As the crowd swarms Gallows and Anderson to get that too sweet, these men are 8-time World Tag Team Champions, 5 times in Japan, 3 times here in the United States. And who knows, maybe number 9 can take place here at Juggalo Championship Wrestling.
OG members of the club and teaming with Kenta.
Yeah, well,
What a get!
that's amazing in and of itself, but you think about the experience, years and years together, of Big LG and the Machine Gun, that chemistry, the thousands of miles they've traveled, that connection they have with one another, that
Make sure
same
you all go
strategy
and
is why they're
subscribe.
practically
Go and subscribe to
unbeatable.
Psychopathic Records on YouTube.
Crowd here in Strangle-Mania is ready.
From Tokyo, Japan, he is the master of the go to sleep, Kenta!
Kenta, quite simply, is more than likely your favorite wrestler's favorite wrestler. One of the innovators of the hybrid pro wrestling mixed martial arts style. A man who brought to prominence such maneuvers as the go to sleep, the Busaiku knee, maneuvers used by bona fide global world champions for many, many years. Kenta uses that mixed martial arts, that kickboxing, to have a lethal barrage of strikes, but also a foundational base rooted
And their opponents.
in traditional Japanese wrestling.
From South Central LA, the chocolate juggalo, Willie Mack!
Willie Mack has repped so well as a JCW World Tag Team Champion. Wasn't that long ago, Willie and Tony were suspended from JCW events, but they came back and made up for lost time. Certainly two of the pillars of JCW dating back many, many years.
Effortlessly cool is Willie Mack, former JCW World Champion, now a tag champion, and I really want to see him get in there and cut it up with Anderson, with Kenta. This is going to be awesome.
Oh yeah. They say styles make fights, and certainly we are seeing 4 world-traveled, diverse talents in this ring, and we are nowhere near done with the heavy hitters in this match.
No, we're going to see some more styles yet.
Introducing next. Weighing at 240 liters of rock gut, your other current reigning and defending JCW Tag Team Champion, the Louisville Town Drunk, TUFF TONY!
Well, maybe in another timeline, TUFF TONY would love to throw back some adult beverages with Gallows and Anderson, cut it up, talk shop, and just be a couple of good brothers with one another. But tonight, they're on opposing sides of the ring, and maybe one day they'll drink and have a laugh about it. But first, we gotta fight.
That guy literally genuflected for the Bacardi.
Of course, it's not a Too Tough Tony entrance. It's not JCW unless Tony makes his rounds and shows his love for all of the incredible JCW fans in the front row.
And it's this sense of community and love and family here in JCW that I miss so goddamn much. I'm so happy to be here.
We're so happy to have you, and many of these fans waiting outside, a long line to get in here, but nobody went back to their hotel room. Nobody decided I'll try next time. Every single fan waited with bated breath to get in here, knowing that Strangle-Mania would be maybe the most unique spectacle in the entire collective this whole week.
And whenever you are taking the time to watch Strangle-Mania on Triller Plus, we appreciate you joining us here tonight. And Too Tough Tony is going to have at least be on the short list of longest entrances of the weekend.
Longest entrances, but also maybe the most decorated champion we've ever seen in JCW. He's done it all. And you know, part of that entrance is the mind game. You make your opponent wait. You do it on your time, on your terms, when you're ready. Gallows and Anderson are always ready for a fight, but
if you wait any longer, these headlines are going to come out tomorrow afternoon, right, Mark?
See some familiar faces in the crowd here. We love knowing that Juggalos travel across the country to come see JCW.
Kenta unfazed. Sitting up on that corner, stoic.
I don't know what it's going to take to intimidate Kenta or throw him off his game if there's something we haven't seen it yet. I don't just mean tonight, I mean ever.
Here we go.
Being accompanied to the ring by Bill Fonzie Alfonso. Weighing in at 235 pounds from Battle Creek, Michigan, the whole effing show, RVD.
It rang.
It is electric.
The referee girl with the
Hear
big
the
booty.
horseshoe. This entire
came out
crowd is
twerking.
standing.
That's
with
his wife
love,
right there.
Respect and
Of course, it's
adulation.
RVD's wife right
Guys,
there.
it is 9 o'clock in the morning on a Tuesday. We have been here for 78 hours, and these people are going banana for RVD.
A man on a very rare
A
list.
fellow Michigander right there.
WWE and ECW and TNA World Champion. I'm not sure if anybody's ever done that.
ECW legend.
Mr. Monday night, Mr. Saturday morning, call him what you will. It's Rob Van Dam.
Yeah, Facade, he looks up to RVD too.
Rob Van Dam had never been more successful.
He's like a high flyer.
Was by his side for all those
He's a
years.
high flyer too. Does a lot of kicks, flips. RVD is always one of my favorite wrestlers.
Well, he is soaking in the adulation of this massive crowd here. We're all very happy to see him.
He feels the love. Really helps for his zen, you know?
Not his first time JCW, but it's been a long time.
Big LG looking a little frustrated. Maybe wants to get this match
Man,
on
that'd
the
be
road.
so sweet if RVD
Yeah,
would
but
be at her
again, those
post for
mind games,
Lunacy,
Rob Van
man.
Dam
He'll take his goddamn time.
loves and appreciates his fans so much.
It's 420 somewhere. I think here.
RVD.
Hey, I only live 10 minutes away from her post,
No one else like him, but I'm
aka
wondering,
JCW
gentlemen,
Arena.
How is Rob Van Dam
It's
going to
officially
mesh
nicknamed
with Willie
JCW
Mack and
Arena
Team
now.
Tough Tony? They all like to party, they all like to have a good time, and they all like to
Hey,
fight.
Danny, you still there?
But certainly,
Where's old Glenn
stylistically,
and Brad at?
mentality-wise, there's a lot of polar opposites out there.
I wonder how many I have in
The
the
way I
chat.
look at it is now we have one more devastating frog splash to watch out for, and one more devastating moonsault from the team of Too Tough Tony and Willie Mack now that they've got RVD on their side.
See Bill Alfonso's t-shirt, also showing the late, great Sabu, another JCW legend.
And to your point about how RVD was most successful with Fonzie in his corner, it was bad. I mean, I was there. I was at the Elks Lodge in the ECW arena. It was a TV championship, the ECW World Championship. And now Fonzie huddling with the team here.
Well, keep in mind, Rob Van Dam was ECW.
All right, to all of you that's complaining about,
never beaten for the title.
to all of you that's complaining about not being a new Lunacy episode this week, it would have been impossible for a Lunacy episode to be aired this week because they've been out in Vegas all last week. Like they weren't going to tape an episode of Lunacy and then do Strangle-Mania at the same time.
Ring of Honor, I remember him and Nigel McGuinness having one of the best matches I've ever seen.
Give him a break, man.
Yes. No doubt. If you're not familiar with Kenta, I invite you after this, maybe sometime during the weekend, go down a YouTube rabbit hole because Kenta's resume is far and wide, and it features pretty much every reputable wrestling promotion anywhere across the world. Machine Gun Karl Anderson in immaculate shape. Gonna start out with Too Tough Tony, but
Too Tough Tony looking like the uncle the Good Brothers have to pick up at the bar.
case
This is
in
a
point.
good thing. This is a good thing they playing this for everybody to see.
Tony knows how tough Anderson is. He made a little extra liquid courage to get himself motivated for this one. And Tony's as fearless as they come. But knowing he's challenging one of the best tag teams in the world, and a lot of pressure on his shoulders as one half of the reigning JCW Tag Team Champions. If Gallows and Anderson best Tony and Mack here, they're going to be a future tag title match for these men.
Oh, without a shadow of a doubt, Joe.
I'd love to see that.
Who wouldn't? These boys have been doing the towns, making the loops, banging the racks, and making that money, baby, for decades, decades.
Dealing out
Longer than the Rock and Roll Express and George South.
That's a long time.
That's like since the days of Frankie Avalon.
Good ballback.
Too Tough Tony with a takedown to Anderson. And even though Anderson may be a little bit more technically skilled, when Tony's frame gets in motion, it's almost impossible to stop it. And now 6'8" or so of Doc Gallows tagged in.
Yeah, he is a huge human being.
Yeah, and it's a whole different style, whole different strategy for Tony. Now starting from square one, and Willie, Fonzie cheered Tony on. Willie dangling that Bacardi.
Is anyone happier to be here than Fonzie? That guy is just pure energy and light. It's
Yes.
amazing.
I don't think he sleeps. Fonzie is somebody who loves this business as much now as he did 40 years ago, if not more so. And again, just feeds off the energy of these fans and is willing to do anything and everything to help his charges.
I don't know the guy. I only just briefly met him backstage, but he's never come across as a guy who is in any way bitter about the current state of pro wrestling or about any evolution.
Shout out to Too Tough Tony.
To be fair, it's because he has
He's a cool dude too.
He knew you.
He has his own wrestling. He has his own wrestling school down in
He's got the Browski.
I think in Indiana.
It happened eventually.
Illegal in 13 states still.
Well, but hey, in Vegas.
Oh my gosh. Well, Too Tough Tony makes the tag, and I think the energy going to change in this ring one way or another. Willie Mack going to test himself against Big LG. We see Mack face so many challenges. Think about his wars with the Monster Corporation over the years. Certainly Mack Cross, among others.
Shout out to Willie Mack.
Two trains collide.
Gallows obviously a height advantage. I think a bit of an advantage when it comes to Mass as well. Look out.
Yeah, well, Gallows can stick his leg out and cover half the ring, so watch out, Willie. Chocolate Juggalo ducks the line. Oh, big knee.
Picture perfect, precise. And Gallows our first taste of Kenta.
Here we go.
Oh, this room's palpitating for it.
And Kenta's calling a shot. He wants Rob Van Dam.
This is exactly the stuff you expect from Strangle-Mania. Where else but Juggalo Championship Wrestling are you ever going to see a situation like this?
I don't give a fuck what time it is. There's no place on earth to be but right here, right now at Strangle-Mania watching this matchup.
You can feel the excitement in the air. I don't believe Kenta and Van Dam have ever shared a ring before in their careers.
Going to see him touch for the very first time here. No, Kenta ducks. This venue is absolutely packed. Everyone sitting transfixed looking at the ring. We haven't lost a single person. The energy that you said, Joe, palpable here. I just want to see these two guys go at it.
It's almost as if time was standing still as Van Dam and Kenta dared one another to fire the first shot. Both these men are lightning fast strikers. Both these men are very proficient in various martial arts.
Kenta can't get Rob in the leg. Rob just punching him right in the face.
Yeah, and there's some blood. I believe that's coming from Kenta.
Oh, it is pouring out of Kenta. What just happened?
Did Rob break his nose?
Rob just knocked him right in the face. I don't know if you guys caught that, but from my angle.
Rob Van Dam taunting Kenta. And
Kenta
bringing
got
up some
injured
rolling thunder.
right
No!
there.
KARL Anderson bails out his partner. Well, Anderson sensed what we did, that Kenta was in a bad way, and this matchup now has turned into an all-out brawl. A dream scenario quickly turning into a nightmare for both Kenta and maybe Van Dam as well.
This is devolving into chaos.
Yeah, you figured it would happen at some point. You figured it was inevitable. It wasn't if, it was when. And now we are seeing 6 of the toughest fighters in this world go all out.
And again, it's that straight right by Rob Van Dam catching Kenta. We're expecting a battle of kicks with those educated feet.
Van Dam and Kenta are still fighting in the ring. Van Dam trying to stick a knee up to the top of the head, as Kenta is still very much in this fight, as the regular tag teams do battle on the floor.
Kenta walking in a circle. That was KARL Anderson.
Yeah, I think Kenta's just trying to clear the blood.
Yeah. And Tony takes a look at it and punches him right in the wound.
Well, if there's any fist, wait a minute, wham! Stunner! Mack just dropped Anderson. Here comes Kenta. Charges through with a variation of that Psycho knee.
You gotta think Kenta is pretty angry and looking to take it out on anyone he can get his hands on.
But Van Dam got another shot on Kenta, and it's Gallows with that thrust right to the throat of Van Dam and Tony.
Oh,
Wait a minute.
Van
Furniture introduced to this matchup. These people couldn't be happier.
RVD scores
by
big.
RVD.
And now, oh boy, Tony's got that fist drenched in Bacardi. It's time.
Oh, shit.
Meteorite! Right to the skull of Gallows!
Right to that big bald skull of Big LG.
And
Oh, Ray,
Tony
you finally
isn't
got to
going
see
for the
it.
pin.
His,
He's
his
calling
fire
for
fist.
Rob Van Dam.
Yeah, there's only one thing left.
It's meteorite
Give the
punch.
people what they want.
Time tested. World renowned.
5-star frog splash.
5-star frog splash.
Beautiful.
2, 3.
Here are your winners, Willie Mack,
Hey, Ray,
TUFF TONY,
RVD is
and
one of my favorite wrestlers of all
RVD.
Rob Van Dam brought the hits, literally and figuratively. Apparently breaking the nose of Kenta in their strike exchange, and then coming through. The Van Dam, the 5-star frog splash, and helps protect the reigning JCW Tag Team titles, keeping their gold intact. What a celebration. Fonzie, RVD, Willie Mack, and TUFF TONY. Only in JCW could you see a visual like this, gentlemen.
Where else but Strangle-Mania? Where else but WrestleCon would you see these four assembled in victory?
Hey, what up, Dan? I'm doing all right. Just hanging with the pack.
What a moment here. Mack and Tony,
Some JCW.
JCW OGs, JCW pillars. Get the job done.
Yeah,
with
almost
a
like
big
the Van
boost
Daminator.
from Rob Van Dam and the 5-star frog splash. But gentlemen, we are not finished with the championship implications on parade tonight. We are moments away from the JCW World title to be decided. It's a 4-way matchup. The special guest referee, Ethan Carter III, is a major wild card as Bill Alfonso paying tribute, paying homage to a JCW legend, the homicidal, the suicidal, the genocidal, the death-defying Sabu. There was only one, gentlemen. Fonzie pays his respects, and certainly every single time we see Fonzie and Rob Van Dam, Sabu is right there in spirit, just as he is every time we go on the air in Juggalo Championship Wrestling. 4-way world title matchup is on tap as Caleb Conley is trying to get into the zone for the biggest match of his career.